What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be installing a blow-off valve adapter on my Ecoboost Mustang. I know I did say I wasn't going to get one, especially if you saw my last video. I mentioned that I wasn't, but I got a good deal on it, so I gave in and I bought it. I got it locally off of somebody that also has an Ecoboost Mustang, obviously, for 50 bucks. It goes brand new for 70 bucks on American Muscle. This is brand new as well, so it's not used whatsoever. So 20 bucks off, I had to get it, couldn't pass up. But let's go ahead and get the video started. I'm going to show you guys how to install a blow-off valve adapter on the Ecoboost Mustang. Alright, so the tools you're going to need to install this blow-off valve adapter are a ratchet along with an extension, 5mm metric socket. Then I have another ratchet with a 10mm socket on it. Then I also have a 5mm Allen key, just so that when I go ahead and loosen up the 3 bolts, I use this to pretty much take them completely off, or I'll use my fingers. We'll see. The blow-off valve I am using is a C&L blow-off valve adapter, and this does come with 3 bolts that you are going to be replacing the old ones with, because you are attaching this to your stock blow-off valve, so you clearly need longer bolts. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is your ratchet with your 10mm socket to remove your coolant reservoir. You got these 2 bolts right here that you have to remove. I already loosened them up a lot because they are some pretty long bolts. Should come off. Alright, so now just go ahead and put this aside like this. I'll have someone hold it for me, so if you have 2 people, that will help a lot. And then the first thing you want to do is remove this right here. You just press down on it and it'll pop right off. Put that aside. This is your stock blow-off valve. As you can see, I already loosened these bolts up just because I didn't want to make the video longer than it had to be. But to take those bolts off, you're going to use that 5mm metric socket with the extension to get there. So you have the one. The second one's going to be right here behind this electrical harness. And then you do have the third one, which is right here down below. So it's 3 of them. So you're going to use this to go ahead and loosen them up. And then once they're loosened up, you can go ahead and use your 5mm Allen key to pretty much take them completely off. In this case, I already did that, so I'll use my fingers to take it all the way off. So you got the one. Here's the second one, and then the third one is down below. Like I said earlier, it's a really tight space, so removing that coolant reservoir definitely helps a lot. The hardest one is this back one right here, but just work your hands around it, and it should come right off. Let's see. There you go. So here is your stock blow-off valve. And then you will be adapting this to it. Alright, so you have your stock blow-off valve, and then you have your blow-off valve adapter. So what you're going to do is just lay this on top like this, and then as you can tell, obviously there's 3 holes along with the stock one, 3 holes, and you want to make sure that they all align perfectly. So once you put it on, you're going to keep twisting it until you see that it aligns. Actually, I think I had it. So as you can see straight through, so that means it is aligned. And then once that's like that, just want to make sure all of them go through. Make sure you put them in the same way you took them out. So this is going to reassure that everything is aligned and is good. So yeah, so there you go. So this is going to be put back on. So let's get to that part. So once you have them both connected and properly aligned, you're going to want to put it back in. So this part's actually going to go in, and then the same part that we disconnected that one cable is going to be on the outside. So you're going to want to align it with the 3 holes. And it should be good. Now, let's go ahead and get one of those screws to make sure it is aligned properly. Start with the bottom one first. And then, let's see, kind of do finger tight for now, just so that it can stay on. Yeah, so it looks like we have it aligned perfectly. So that's the one, and you got the second one up here. And make sure you are using the new ones, the longer ones I came with. These are the old ones, and then obviously you can tell the old ones you no longer need. But keep them just in case you want to take it off. And then got the second one on there. There you go. There's the second one, and then get your last one, a different angle. I was able to get these two in, pretty much no problem. But the third one back here is a pain. So what we're gonna do is remove this right here, and for that you need some pliers or a needle nose. Alright, so now that we remove that, it should be a lot easier to have some room and tighten that thing up. And you want to make sure it is tight enough to where you see no gaps between the stock blow-off valve and the adapter. Because if there's any gaps, the last thing you do want is some boost leak. So just make sure you tighten it enough to where you know it's secure and there's no gaps. Alright, so they're tight. Go ahead and plug that back in like you did. And then don't forget to reattach this right here as well. And make sure you get that clamp back on. Alright, so once we have the vacuum hose back on, we got the stock blow valve, the adapter, everything's put in and securely tightened up, and we got this plugged in all the way. Make sure it's good and secure. Cool, so now all we got to do is put the coolant reservoir back on and we'll hear how it sounds. Just making sure it's tight enough. You want to over tighten it. Alright, so now for the moment we all been waiting for, let's see how this sounds. Go ahead. Whoa. Yeah. Alright guys, so as you can tell, I am very happy on how it turned out. Sounds a lot better than I thought. But I'm not going to lie, installing this blow-off valve adapter is a little more tedious than I thought it would be. I did think it would be a lot easier. Don't get me wrong, it is easy, but not as easy as I thought. Just that one screw, or that one bolt in the very bottom back, kind of gave us the hardest time. But that's why I made the video. I wanted you guys to see exactly what it is. I don't want to take any shortcuts or anything like that. I want to show you the whole process. So I hope this video did help you out a lot. I will be making a before and after sound video. I will be showing you guys how it sounds inside the cabin, outside the cabin, and drive-bys. So if you want to see that video, please like and subscribe. Comment for any questions you might have. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a good day.